They didn't believe me. It wasn't like I was doing something magical or nothing like that, but I had the money to do it. And, you know, I got a certain age, my mom said I was entitled to it as long as I was in college or whatever. As long as I was in school. So basically, so it was crazy because I ended up buying it. I ended up buying the car like right around homecoming, which is in October. So I told him, I told the dudes that I was cool with at the time. They was cool. They were my friends, but they was cool. I told them at the time, I'm about to buy a Challenger, bro. They was like, yeah, you got it. I was like, I told them about it. Then I told them I got it. They was like, yeah. They was like, man, don't bring it out until homecoming. Don't bring it out until homecoming. So I don't know what I did. I can't remember, but it just lined up as that. It lined up where the same week or the same week was homecoming. So I guess I did have it before that weekend, but I didn't like drive it. I went straight to the crib and parked it or whatever. Yeah. So when homecoming came, you know, my brother, you know, at this time my brother was out there, whatever. So when homecoming came, I drove around. I pulled up in homecoming and shit. People was going crazy. Hey, damn! Oh wait, that's when that Gotti and that Jeezy was out there all white everything shit. So, and I wasn't really no Gotti fan or none of that shit. Still not, but I was a Wiz Khalifa fan. So I end up yeah, that's all I used to play because, you know, that's when that Mesmerize dropped and shit. And that's when Wiz was hot when he first had the challenges. So I had the challenge at the time. So it was just crazy, man. That shit was crazy. 2010 was nuts. So, I mean, I was popular off that, you know? And so basically, so I fucked up homecoming, you know what I'm saying? I probably took some home that night. Did that shit was crazy. Took some home, hit her, whatever, boom. And man, I got back to it. But it was just another feeling, man, being able to drive that new thing on campus and have everybody be staring at you and shit. It was crazy. My roommate, you know, this is like I said, I know I said that he moved out, but by this time he ain't moved out yet. And he used to be telling me, like, man, you might as well just go ahead and drop a song. At the time, I wasn't feeling that shit. I was more so a fan of music. I wasn't really trying to be no rapper and shit like that. So, I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna do that shit. But like I said, he ended up leaving. But, yeah, so I ended up meeting so I was dating. I had a few girls and shit, but it was this one girl that I was dating. Her name was, I don't want to say her real name, but her name was Carla. Her name was Carla or whatever. So, but we was on and off and shit. And I think she set me up one time. So, fuck her. But yeah, I was dating her and then we stopped talking. So then like I said, I met my child's mother or whatever. And shit, we was good, shit. We was dating and shit. But there was this one girl, you know, that I was... See, the thing with her, right? Her name Lady J. She know what I'm talking about, too. So with Lady J, right? Me and her, we had all the chemistry in the world, Joe. Like, we ain't never argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't never argue or nothing. Like, it was just crazy. Like, the chemistry was there, you know? And I, you know, I was just telling her, I was like, at that time, I wonder why I never asked you to be my girl. And I told her that I figured it out. She was like, what was it? I'm like, because I thought you had hoes. And I ain't want you to break my heart. I ain't want to get my heart broken. So I never asked you. I just never wanted to I never put a title on it. I just let it be what it be. But when I met my child's mother, I met her ass, I instantly be my girl. That was the dumbest thing in the world. I'm still be myself over there. I love my daughter, but that bitch, man, oh man, she be getting on my nerves, bro. So, but yeah, so I was telling Lady J that shit. And yeah, me and Lady J, man, we used to be doing, we had, our chemistry was good. We good now, though. We go together now, so it don't even matter. But at the time, man, I wish I would have I wish I would have did that though, man. I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have told her, but I didn't. Shit. So it is what it is, you know. But we go together now, so it's cool. Hey, babe. Yeah. So yeah, that was basically like my 2010, you know. And then going into 2011, I had my daughter, and yeah, I had my daughter or whatever. And then my baby mama and shit, like my daughter mother, she used to live on campus, right? Like she had a campus apartment. I mean, like she used to live off campus. She wasn't a campus apartment. She had a regular apartment that she paid rent, cause like my apartment was through tuition, but hers she had to pay rent. So she when she got pregnant, she ended up moving home when we got pregnant. So when she moved home, shit was crazy, man. Like I went nuts on NIU campus, man. For real. I went nuts on campus, man. I was fucking everything moving. You feel me? And the whole time in a relationship, man. And so I guess she was in the organization, so they end up like trying to tell her, like they was telling her like about that shit or whatever. So I tried to work it out with her. We went to counseling and all that, but it just didn't work. You know, it didn't work. It didn't work. So we end up like splitting our ways and shit. But I still wanted to have a way. I still wanted to have a way to make money. You know. So I was writing. So then at this time, so like that was like the spring of 2011, right? Yeah. So 2010 fall, then I got my car, whatever. Then 2011 spring of 2011. I was doing me and shit, you know, fucking all the girls and shit. Kind of lost focus of class. I was still going to class. I made high grades because that was my last semester at Northern, 2011 spring. But yeah, so we tried to go to counseling and shit, man. Some people was fucking with my car, throwing shit on my car, whatever. And one time when she came to visit me with my baby, she seen it. She was like, "I know you fucking with girls. Like, I know you is or whatever." So I'm just like, damn. So we broke up or whatever. So in the midst of that semester, I ended up going to 2 conferences, right? So I went to a conference. In New York. I know this motherfucker skimpy. Who cares though? I know y'all gonna try to talk shit. I don't care. But I went to a conference in New York for publishing. So that's how I learned how to publish and stuff like that. Well, partly I learned how to publish through that. So self-publishing conference. And then I went to a conference in Washington, D.C., which is when I first saw D.C. It was what made me want to move to D.C. for medical school. So I went to a medical school conference in D.C. And then, I went to a medical school conference in D.C. So when I went to D.C., it was just crazy. Damn. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got off the plane, Joe. I was crying. I don't know. It was like an overwhelming presence about D.C., man, that I still love to this day. Like, I called my mama like, man, had tears in my eyes like, D.C., man, this place crazy. I don't know what it was. I've never been in none of that. I didn't even see any any architecture or anything like that. Like, I didn't see none of that. Like, it was just crazy. And at that time, I just went down DuPont Circle, you know? Whatever. So yeah, so I end up going to the medical conference. It was great. I was like, they was telling me like different GPAs and the different MCAT scores and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Howard. But I was supposed to just finish at NIU and then go to Howard Medical School. But I was like, no, I don't want to go to. I don't want to finish at NIU. Not just because like my campus life, like personal stuff, like with women and all that. It was more so, I felt like my counselors and my dean wasn't tending to black scientists. You know, they weren't really into that. Like, they weren't tending to me. Like, I felt like they didn't care. Like, I would sit out in my dean my dean's office or whatever and hear him talk to the white girls like, yeah, my daughter goes to Harvard and ooh, this and that. Okay, when I get in there, he's like, yeah, take this class next, take this class, take this class. He never asked me about like how I feel about the sciences. Am I getting tutored or do I have a tutor? Like my advisor for science, not my chance, counselor or whatever, because I went through Northern through the chance program. But so I'm just like, damn. So I just didn't like it anymore. I wanted to be around people who really cared, and I felt like if I went to a HBCU, they would care more about a black scientist and and potential doctor or whatever. So shit, 2011, I just got up out of there. So basically, what I did was, 2011, I came back home, and 2011, I came back home, and I went to my apartment and shit. And I was online looking at Howard, the credentials and your GPA and all this shit. And I was doing all that. And then I called my baby mama at the time. I think like at this time we was like on and off. We weren't really like broken up and we weren't together. We was like, you know how that shit be. And so I called and I told her, I said, man, we gotta, I said, I want to go to Howard. I don't want to be here no more. I want to go to Howard. You want to go to Howard. She got mad at me and shit, and she didn't want to hear it, She didn't want to hear that shit. She was like, fuck that. My family here, I don't want you to, why you want to do that? You want to run off and run from your responsibilities? Because, yeah, I did have a newborn and an infant, but I don't know. I think God was pulling me to go out there. It was, like, I told her she could come with me, and I was like, if you don't want to come with me, won't you just, like, visit? And she never wanted to visit or whatever. She was like, nah, I ain't doing that. Fuck that. She was like, nah, I ain't doing that. Fuck that. So I was just like, damn. So, got up out of that shit. I left. Well, hold on.